Hi Vinas, this is Dr. Srikanth from Team MDS Conquer. Now I'm just going to give a brief glance about the plan of action for these last 75 days. Strategy of last 75 days is very important for examination point of view. Okay, so going in detail, like you may be at a different level in the preparation, like few of you were about to start the preparation, few of you are on the way towards the preparation, few of you are going towards the number of revisions. It's not like a race which always starts at a single point. Like many of you are at different levels, but my point is I'll try my best to give the best shot what you have to do in this 75 days specifically to end up with a very decent rank to your preparation. Okay, so we have a crash course for these last 75 days, and I'm going to discuss the contents, or I'm going to discuss the points like what to be done, what to be focused on, and everything, basing upon the schedule we give for the people who are going to start along with the crash course, or the people of MDS Conquer in specific. Okay, so rest of the people, like, you can follow this schedule. If you don't have any proper schedule prepared, you can follow this schedule, because this schedule was prepared basing upon the last 5 to 8 NEET question papers into consideration. Okay, the first and foremost important thing is always do make a note for any entrance point of view. Apart from a normal reading, revision and practice are very important. So I strongly believe that revision and practice, okay, are very important. Revision is like you can split your regular schedule. Like if you're planning to start for this 70 or 75 days, basing upon your convenience, we can keep 7 days short. If you're planning to start a 70 days preparation, make sure you make it as 50 plus 25, or if you are convenient, 45 plus 25 is going to be the best combination. Okay, I'm just roughly keeping it as a 70. Like if you make it as 75, you can keep 50 plus 20. Okay, 50 plus 20 is going to be a good combination. 50 days, go with a regular reading, and keep minimum 25 days. Means, for example, you are preparing for 100 days, so make sure at least 40% of days should be in the revision. Okay, so now here it is, we kept 50 and 25, 50%. Okay, compared to the days you read the material, 50% of the days we have kept for the revision. So it's going to be a good combination of 50 plus 25 days revision. And coming to the practice, okay, so make sure I don't encourage anyone to start the practice on the day 10 or day 15, but make sure you try to start the practice as fast as possible. Whenever you are practicing, you'll get to know like where your weak points are. The main reason of practicing is not to analyze or not to predict that whether you're going to end up with a seat or not. Okay, so none of the mentor has a thought like to decide which students are going to get a seat before the exam. Anyway, exam is going to decide whether you're going to get a seat, whether you're going to end up with a decent rank. There is a one exam which is going to decide it. Why a mentor, or why you should decide before giving the examination whether you're going to get a seat or not. So most of these predictions will go wrong in majority of the times. Student who don't score well in the regular exams conducted will end up with a decent rank in the final exam, and students who score high marks here may end up with a bad rank. Okay, so the strategies may not be same as what you're doing here will be in the examination hall. So my suggestion is practice, but don't analyze yourself whether where you're standing at and what you are going to be. So practice as number of exams as possible, as number of questions as possible, preferably as number of mocks as possible. And I strongly recommend every student to practice assuming that you are going to give a final exam, how you are going to give a final exam, how serious you are, how you sit, what time you give the final exam. So there are many factors which are going to control the final exam, and people who start stimulating that what is going to happen in the final exam, and if they do the same in the regular exams, whatever they practice on the app or on the desktop, my allowable suggestion is going to be like you practice on a desktop, because final exam is going to be on a desktop. Okay, not on a mobile which always pings and which always disturbs you when you're giving an exam. So final exam should be final exam, and people who are practicing every exam as a final exam has a higher chance of that edge of 2 to 5 marks extra compared to their competitors. So practice plays a very vital role. So my suggestion is revision and practice should always go hand in hand to make you more successful exam and to increase your accuracy in the exam, because scoring accuracy is very very important in a competitive exam like NEET, where in and around like 27 to 28,000 people are going to give every year. Okay, so you should be very very clear about this, right? So the first important point is try to finish your syllabus within a range of 45 to 50 days with the schedule whatever your respective app based preparation or your respective coaching center is giving to you. But make sure you try to keep at least 25 days for solid revision without touching any new thing. Now, don't read any new thing in the last 25 days, at least, like for the people who have started the preparation now. Okay, right? So like my point is very very clear. So you can keep 2 days for your endo. Okay, make sure at least whether even you are you are a mother having 2 kids, you are a clinician having 2 clinics, or you are working as a part-time dental general practitioner, or maybe like there are few MDS people who are already working in the colleges and preparing for the entrance exam to crack Army Dental Corps, or there are many categories of people at different levels: an intern going to college and preparing, an offline student working like 12 to 14 hours per day and preparing. So different category of people. But my strong suggestion for every one of you, from now at least your reading hours should be a minimum of 10 to 12 hours, a minimum of 10 to 12 hours. It's very very serious. If you can do this, there are high chances that you are going to end up with a very very decent rank. So basing upon 10 to 12 hours pattern, I have splitted this schedule and you can cover the things at the best. So endo I have given 2 days. Okay, right? So 2 days there'll be a few series of videos that you have to complete endo before you start solving the endo question paper, or before you start solving the endo question. Similarly, every subject I'll try to provide a very important topic specific videos which has to be done thoroughly, which has to be done fast. And once you're done with this, then you can go back and just have a glance over the questions and the practice of questions. That's very important. So endo we have kept 2 days, and followed by conservative dentistry is again at 2 days with the combination of dental materials part 1. So dental materials part 1 is going to include all the dental materials subjects of conservative dentistry. For example, if you take amalgam, direct filling gold, okay, your dental cements, your composite restorations, your cast restorations. So most of these are a combination part of your dental materials with that of the conservative. So okay, so I want you to do the conservative part of dental materials along with the conservative, so which I have given for 2 days. Then goes the prime subject. Okay, the prime subject in the examination according to the blueprint is going to be oral path and oral medicine, which is going to carry more than 22 marks according to the blueprint. Okay, it's going to carry more than 22, whereas endocons together with the dental materials is going to carry 14 to 16 marks according to the blueprint of a NEET. Okay, so right, so the utmost importance has to be given to oral path and oral medicine, which is a very very important and a vital subject for the examination. So what I can do, like I'll give 5 stars to conservative and endodontics. Okay, and followed by I'm going to give 5 stars to oral path and oral medicine including radiology. So most of the oral path and oral medicine stuff can be interlinked to general path. Okay, general path is considered as a minor subject. Okay, is considered as a minor subject which is going to carry 6 to 7 marks in the final exam. Okay, so my point is I have given only 1 day for general path, because my point, I'm just forcing you to do general path along with oral path and oral medicine. So oral path, oral medicine plus general path combination, I kept 5 days for you. Okay, 5 days, 5 into 10, 50 hours is a very decent time for your revision. For the people who are going for revision, it's a very decent time for the people who are going for the first reading. So focus on like people who are reading the first going for the first reading or about to start the preparation. My point is very very clear. Okay, there are few of your seniors or few of the people around you may suggest you that okay, read only clinicals. You don't have time, read only clinicals. So clinical scorings will be only 60%. So I don't suggest anyone to read only clinicals during the last 75 days preparation. The last 75 days, I force everyone to have a balanced preparation. Okay, even if you read in the last 40 days or 30 days or even in the last 20 days, my suggestion is always try to have a balanced preparation rather than focusing your preparation on one side of the question paper. So right, you should have a balanced and a focused preparation. Similarly, like you, how you are preparing for your final year university exams. None of your seniors at that time will never tell you that read only 4 subjects, leave rest 4 subjects. No one will tell you. Everything has to be balancedly done, because once you cross your qualifying score, of 50%, that is your final year theory exam, then the scoring is important. First we have to cross the qualifying score. So all of us, even if you read 10 days or 20 days for your final year exams, you read all the subjects balancedly. Similarly, I also emphasize everyone to have a balanced preparation rather than focusing on one part of the clinicals as suggestions given by few of the mentors or few of your seniors. I don't recommend that. Okay, so my point is, I want to keep general path as a minor subject. So the next coming, I have kept 5 days. Okay, 5 days for oral surgery and general surgery, which is a deadly combination in the NEET. Okay, so coming to the INI-CET, general surgery was a bit faded subject, but coming to the NEET, general surgery has its great weightage. Like, you'll have 26 to 28 questions from this deadly combination. Okay, so which is very, 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 very important, has to be done thoroughly. Okay, has to be done thoroughly. You have a series of videos, don't worry. Okay, I'll try to help you out in the best, and you can try to finish. Again, next comes is the beauty. Okay, the easy subject, which can be done in one day if you are like focused, if you are on frequency, it can be done day. So you can keep one extra day as a lecture day. So I can tell, like, oral radiology is a minor subject, okay, which is going to carry 6 to 7 marks in the final exam. And very important is, they can ask radiographs related to the oral surgery, radiographs related to the oral medicine, radiographs related to the conservative. So every radiograph related to any other subject can be included in oral radiology, apart from oral radiology as a single subject. So next comes my combination is, I have kept 4 days for your prosthetics. That includes the CD, maxillofacial processes, removable partial denture, fixed partial denture, and of course implants is a very, very important thing. Exclusively for implants, I want to add 6 rating. Rest all are 5 rating. I want to add implants as 6 rating, because implants is the bread and butter of clinical dentistry as of now. Okay, so there are decent number of areas where they can throw questions on the implants and implantology. Okay, so right, so here I want you to do the second and third part of your dental materials. The second part of dental materials is exclusively the prosthetic related stuff, your acrylics, okay, acrylic stuff, your casting procedures, okay, all these like prosthetic impression materials, your gypsum compounds, investment materials, your dye materials. Okay, so all the prosthetic related stuff, your alloys and everything has to be done in the dental materials part 2 and dental materials part 3. Okay, so I want to include the dental materials part 3 as the physical properties of dental materials. There is the first and second chapters which move around the basics, okay, curves, graphs, tests, all the basic, the physical properties. They're going to talk all the physical properties, coefficient of thermal expansions, your ADA specification numbers, the values and everything. Talks about the physical properties, your bonding and adhesion, everything comes under your dental materials part 3. So this is exclusively dental materials, which is not covered in any other dental materials. Okay, so that has to be done thoroughly. And what I can suggest you is, prostho is going to carry somewhere around 14, and dental materials you can add 7 to 8 here. Okay, so this combination is again a very, very important combination, which is going to carry very high scores. Next comes is another important subject, which is a lovely subject, but I can consider this as a closed subject. No, you can ask me what is closed subject or what is open subject. Closed subjects are the subjects which doesn't have great updates. For example, if you talk about implants can be an open subject, because every day there will be lots of modifications and updates in the implant. General medicine, every day modifications in the drugs, everything occurs. Like, for example, now COVID questions are going to come into place, right? So those are called as open subjects. Now anatomy doesn't change over a year. Okay, for example, I have 3 ossicles in my left ear and 3 ossicles in my right ear, which never change even after 5 or 6 years. So I consider a general anatomy, or I consider general embryology or histology as a closed subject, and 3 days is a very, very decent time, because it's a memory based subject. The main reason why I kept 3 days in like, which can be done in 2 days, because it's a closed subject, can be done in 2 days. But why I kept in 3 days is, you have lots of diagrams to be seen, because they're asking foramens, they're asking nowadays, they're asking general histology questions, they're giving simple epitheliums, and they're asking the lining of this epithelium, the type of this epithelium, examples of the epithelium, embryology, your pharyngeal arches, where they are derived from. So there are many, many questions they are interlinked and they're asking frequently in the examination hall. So my point is very, very clear. I want you to spend a quality of 3 days revising this top to bottom, going through the diagrams, foramens, branches, muscles, origins, insertions. Everything has to be done thoroughly. You cannot escape. This is going to carry somewhere around 12 to 14 marks in our NEET examination. Then comes the dangerous combination that most of you have a phobic. Okay, so most of you have a phobic, that is physiology, medicine and pharmacology combination, where we have given 6 days. Okay, so this 6 combination according to the NEET blueprint is going to carry some odd 30 to 35 marks. Okay, so if you just consider oral path, oral medicine with general pathology, which is again 35, and this combination as a 35, so these two alone are going to carry 70 marks, which are mostly interlinked to each other. So my point is, whether you want to read 6 days at a stretch, you can read it, or else there is one more strategy for this. Every day read 1 hour. Every day you can keep one hour, 1.5 hour time for this particular subject. For example, if you're reading like 12 hours, you can keep 1 hour of oral path, oral medicine, and 1 hour of physiology, medicine and pharmacology. So you can keep 2 hours exclusively, 1 hour for this combination, 1 hour for that combination, all these 75 days. Because if you keep 2 hours, if you keep 1 hour each, so this combination will have 75 hours of preparation, and this combination will have 75 hours of preparation. Like if you're comfortable reading at a stretch, you can do it. If you're not comfortable reading at a stretch, you can keep every day 1 hour for oral path, oral medicine, and every day 1 hour for physiology, medicine and pharmacology, by which you can incrementally split the topics and do at your best. So next jumping to the next part. Okay, right, so the next subject is going to be biochemistry. Again, biochemistry is a minor subject which is going to carry 7 to 8 marks according to the NEET blueprint. And for a dental student, or exclusively for an MDS Conquer student, I don't want to generalize the statement as a dental student. For a MDS Conquer student, I want to make biochemistry as a closed subject. Okay, why? Because I kept some boundaries for you for biochemistry, because this is a minor subject carrying only 7 to 8, and you have to close the minor subjects. Don't go very deep into the minor subjects, because they may not be scoring areas in the final exam. So you have few things like classifications of amino acids, unsaturated fatty acids, saturated fatty acids. You have to go with the carbohydrate metabolism, protein metabolism, lipid metabolism, DNA, RNA structures, how to solve the problems. Okay, the basic structure of cell components, which reactions takes place where. Your rate limiting enzymes are very, very important. So, and enzymes, basically classification of enzymes, the CPKs, your LDHs, what happens in myocardial infarction. So all these are some basic things which I kept boundaries to the students of MDS Conquer, and I want you to stick on to this, because biochemistry is just a minor subject. Of course, sometimes the questions may hit more than 9 or 10 in the examination, but even then, don't go deep into biochemistry. Biochemistry, keep it as a minor subject, and whatever we are listing out to be done, please try to do that, try to finish that. That is more than sufficient for biochemistry as a minor subject. Then comes 2 more closed subjects I want to add to the list of anatomy, biochemistry. Then comes the dental anatomy, dental histology. So always there is no modifications in the dental anatomy, no modifications in the dental histology. So you can keep it as in a minor subject. Both of them together are going to carry 12 to 14 score. So each are considered as a minor subject, and I want you to spend one day. Okay, so we have a closed checklist to be done for this dental anatomy, dental histology, which I feel you can easily handle and finish it. Then comes one of the dangerous subject according to many students after the community dentistry, among the final year subjects, is orthodontics. Okay, sometimes the questions are going beyond the scope of an UG student in the range of PG they are giving, but it's okay. So we have to accept and we have to move on. So ortho, apart from the regular clinical subjects, I dropped 1 day extra. So you can see 1 day extra for ortho. So ortho and pedo can be done in a combination, and this combination is going to carry somewhere around 25 to 28 score, and both of them are considered as major subjects, important subjects, and you'll have a number of diagram based questions from ortho and pedo, and both of them I kept 5 days. 5 days is a decent time where you can crack the videos, then go and solve a number of MCQs. Learning is a process. Okay, so don't stop, and don't ever question yourself that whether I can do it or not. Just first of all, do your basics. There are few things that you have to do then you have to give the exam, and exam is going to decide whether you're going to do it or not. So don't ever take a call and decide from your side like, sir, I can't do this, I may not do this, I may not achieve this. So don't ever do that at any phase of your preparation. Then comes the microbiology. So what I want to stress on microbiology, so even microbiology is a depth oriented subject, but I want you to keep a clear cut checklist, okay, what to be done in microbiology. So microbiology, I want to split it into two parts. One is general microbiology, second one is oral microbiology. So oral microbiology specifically, okay, I want you to focus more on the periodontal microbiology. Like you can see a number of questions on INI-CET or NEET on periodontal microbiology, like your red complexes and everything, primary colonizers, secondary colonizers. Nowadays, indirectly, specifically, they're asking about particular periodontal pathogen and their futures. Obligatory anaerobe, aerobe, okay, gram positive, gram negative. Sometimes they're asking the microbiological, like microscopic views of these also. Similarly, you have to do the caries responsible for the occurrence of the dental caries, okay, organisms responsible for the occurrence of dental caries, pulpitis. Okay, so all the oral related microbes has to be done, because NEET blueprint clearly says that the oral microbiology is going to carry 7 marks, generally is going to carry 7 marks. So I want you to do this stuff balancedly. Similarly, like in your pharmacology also, oral related pharmacology is going to carry 7, generally is going to carry 7. What is oral related pharmacology? I just want to list out like oral related pharmacology, LAGA, the oral surgery stuff, very important pharmacology. NSAIDs, most commonly used in dentistry, very important. Similarly, antibiotics, all your emergency drugs which are present in the ICU, all these emergency drugs, emergency drug interactions, dental drug interactions. You see 2018, 2019 question papers, there are many questions on drug interactions, just like a combination of oral contraceptives, metronidazole. What is going to happen? What is going to happen if a dentist unknowingly has given a particular drug which has an effect on other drugs? So drug interactions are very, very important, which are listed out in medical emergencies of Malamed. The tables were clearly given, and there are many direct questions both from INI-CET and NEET from these particular areas. So I want you guys to focus on these areas. So these are going to exclusively going to carry 7, and rest all like your CVS drugs, your CNS drugs, your respiratory drugs, your GID drugs, okay, all other drugs are going to carry the left other 7 marks, which are very, very important. So you can keep 2 days for microbiology, okay, focus on clear cut things. Like even in general microbiology, I want you to focus on sterilization specifically, okay, immunoglobulins. Every year you have a question on immunoglobulins, every year you have a question on sterilization. Now sterilization, disinfections are very, very important. You see after COVID-19's consequences, now they are become mandatory everywhere. So sterilization, they'll definitely ask one question. Okay, immunoglobulins and immune related systems, they're going to ask question. Hypersensitivity is different types, and their examples, they will ask questions. Okay, so apart from this, there are few bacteria which are very important: streptococcus, staphylococcus, Neisseria, and tuberculosis, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, leprae, syphilis, TB, I mean like say this tetanus. So all these basic like very familiar bacteria. No need to go for the bacteria which are unknown. Just go for the bacteria, viruses like HIV, hepatitis. You have a regular videos on HIV, a video on hepatitis, which is very, very important for a dental student, has to be done. So there are high chances you stick on to the basics. Like now, of course, fungus. If you talk about fungus, we are familiar with candidiasis. Now the mucormycosis friend has joined our scene after COVID-19. So that is very important, which has to be done top to bottom. Histoplasmosis has to be done top to bottom. Like there are few parasitology stuff has to be done top to bottom. Like for example, malaria has to be done top to bottom. Okay, so Entamoeba histolytica has to be done top to bottom. Ocularia brandtofti has to be done top to bottom, and few other like toxoplasmosis and everything. You need to have a brief idea so that they can ask questions on this particular area of microbiology. Okay, so right, so then comes the perio, which is one more major subject. It's going to carry 14 to 15 score. Lots of diagram based questions related to the perio on the last NEET or the INI-CET examination. So we kept 3 solid days. You have a decent number of videos which you can sit, solve, finish the things fast, and jump into the real depth of the perio. Because a part of dental histology like gingiva, basic structure of gingiva, basic structure of periodontium, basic structure of alveolar bone, cementum are a combination of perio and dental histology. Then comes the subject which is going to break the brain of the students, but we try to make it as simple as possible. That comes the community dentistry, 3 days. So make sure community aspects subjects you have to be very strong with biostatistics, biostatistics problem solving areas, biostatistics concepts, particularly TOS, tests of significance. Okay, so whenever they're giving an example, like you need to tell them like which test you want to go ahead with, whether you want to go for ANOVA, whether you want to go for chi-square test, student t-test or unpaid t-test. There are lots of test studies, case control, cross-sectional studies, your hierarchy, coming to the evidence-based triangles, which is the best one, which is the bad one. So everything has to be done thoroughly. So apart from this, like you need to focus on epidemiology, you need to focus on screenings, you need to focus on the caries related stuff, that is caries activity tests and the caries studies you have to be very very familiar with. Okay, so there are a few numericals which you have to do. WHO basics has to be done, ASHA workers, all the points related to some basic notes is okay of this community has to be done thoroughly, which are very very important because they're going to ask questions on this. So apart from community, there is one combination of topic which is both common for community and for the pedo, is preventive dentistry. So preventive dentistry, and out of preventive dentistry, the major important topics I want to stress on is fluorides, remineralizing agents, your brushing techniques. All these are common for pedo as well as for the community, which are very very important. Community is going to carry 12 to 14 score subject which should not be skipped, and subject which is very very important. So then once we are done with the entire syllabus, I have given 5 lecture days or backlog days or revision days. So after these 5 days, we'll have one exam exclusively on dental subjects. So what are dental subjects? So dental subjects I want to list out, that is first second year, the dental subjects will be dental materials and dental anatomy, dental histology. Then jumping to the third year subjects, that is going to be oral path and oral medicine, oral path. And jumping to the all final year subjects. So these are all dental subjects where we have given 5 days revision time, then we'll have an exam on it. So we will have an exam of 240 200 marks. Okay, after this. Okay, then after you will have a non-dental subjects. Okay, so all the subjects which I have listed, exclude them and go for the non-dental subjects. More are the first year, second year and third year subjects. No final year subject is there in the non-dental subjects. So non-dental subjects also you have an exam of 200 marks. Then starts a proper revision plan with mock exams. So we'll be having lots of exposure. So it's mandatory that you have to do all the previous question papers of both NEET and INI-CET before you go to the examination, because there is lots of prediction that the questions are going to repeat in the examination hall, right? So after every subject, okay, we'll have a subject specific exam of 100 or 120 marks, which has to be done thoroughly. Okay, so all the questions, you should be familiar with all the questions and the synopsis and the explanation. So once we are done with, we have an exam on all dental subjects, you have an exam on all non-dental subjects, then you have a decent number of marks. So you have roughly 10 INI-CET marks and 15 NEET marks. Okay, right, followed by you'll have lots of subject specific, and probably like every subject, not every subject basically. So you'll have a diagram based exam exclusively on endo, exclusive diagram based exam on operative dentistry in combination of dental materials wherever it is required. So you'll have a big examination of diagram based question on oral medicine, and exclusively on oral pathology histological slides, because last year NEET they have given one oral pathology histological slide, so you have to do thoroughly. So histological slides, again for general path, you have an exam directly taken from Robinson. Okay, and probably the oral pathology slides will be mostly taken from Schaffers with a few additions from Neville. And oral surgery from the standard books, and general surgery instrumentation diagram based exam will be there. Oral radiology top to bottom, White and Farrow will have revision, and we have diagram based revision as well as an exam. So prostho you'll have a diagram based exam, implants you'll have a diagram based, anatomy in combination with general embryology, general histology will have a diagram based. So dental anatomy, dental histology, we have a diagram based. Ortho, we have a diagram based. Pedo, we have a diagram based. Microbiology, we should have a diagram based. Perio is very important. Instrumentation diagram based important. And community dentistry, you need to learn about the sampling techniques diagrams. You need to learn about the representation of data diagrams are important. Logos are important. Nowadays they're asking logos, WHO logo, UNICEF logo. There are many other like the recent COVID apps logos, COVID shields, vaccinations and everything. So that has to be done top to bottom. So diagrams are important not only for INICET, they are very important for the NEET exam, because if you see the last NEET exam, there are more than 40 diagram based questions. Out of 240, just imagine an examination which is of 240, you have 40 to 50 diagram based questions, and diagram based questions are easy to score. No need to think. If you have just a proper analysis over the diagram, you can crack it. That's very simple. So once you get more exposure to the diagram based questions, it is good that you can score well in the examination, because 40 to 50 diagram based questions are there in the examination. Okay, so D-date tentatively is going to be December 19th, which is not officially confirmed. So once it is confirmed, I'll let you know. Okay, so now the tentative date according to the NEET is 19th December, right? So the link, the Telegram, MDS Conquer Telegram group link, which is free for all of you. The link will be shared in the description of the video. Okay, so if you want, you can just click on the description and you can be part of the Telegram link. Okay, so right, so this is all like, so the number to be contacted. Okay, right, so if you have any inquiries and anything, you can just drop a message to this particular number on the WhatsApp. We'll get back to you within a duration of 1 to 2 days maximum. If the schedule is too tight, it will take maximum 2 days, but anyway, we'll try to help you out. Stay positive, stay blessed. So this is all the plan for the 75 days. The only thing is, if you have a proper commitment, and thing is, you need to spend the maximum time with the book. As already said, like 10 to 12 hours per day is minimum. Okay, right? And your seriousness and commitment are important. First round reading, what to be done, where to be done, and then the practice and the revision. Okay, so all these are going to stretch you to the best on December 19th, 2021, which is going to be the D-Day as of now tentatively. Stay strong, read well. Thank you. Signing off, Dr. Srikanth from Team MDS Conquer. Bye. Take care.